they talking real loud. Spreading no lie, trying to bring me down. Enemies lurking, but I won't back away. Got a vision in my mind, I'm here to stay. Got my crew beside me, we rise like a tide. When the storm gets rough, we ain't gonna hide. Popping till it's swilling, but it won't touch me. Only love around, that's how it's gonna be. Keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track. In the city lights where dreams collide, we hustle through the night, fire in our stride. Whispers in the dark can't dim my glow. With rhythm in my soul, I'm ready for the show. We break the chains, rewrite the rules in this concrete jungle where nobody's fools. Unity sings louder than the lies they scheme. In the heart of the struggle, we dare to dream. Keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track.
Another Queen Amadaya production.
Haze on the corner, they talking real loud. Spreading no lie, trying to bring me down. Enemies lurking, but I won't back away. Got a vision in my mind, I'm here to stay. Got my crew beside me, we rise like a tide. When the storm gets rough, we ain't gonna hide. Popping till it's swilling, but it won't touch me. Only love around, that's how it's gonna be. Keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track. In the city lights where dreams collide, we hustle through the night, fire in our stride. Whispers in the dark can't dim my glow. With rhythm in my soul, I'm ready for the show. We break the chains, rewrite the rules in this concrete jungle where nobody's fools. Unity sings louder than the lies they scheme. In the heart of the struggle, we dare to dream. Keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track. Haze on the corner, they talking real loud. Spreading no lie, trying to bring me down. Enemies lurking, but I won't back away. Got a vision in my mind, I'm here to stay. Got my crew beside me, we rise like a tide. When the storm gets rough, we ain't gonna hide. Popping till it's swilling, but it won't touch me. Only love around, that's how it's gonna be. Keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track. In the city lights where dreams.
All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Amadaya Shakur Show. I'm your host, Queen Amadaya Shakur, and this is your morning wake-up call. All right. It's so... Nancy X said, everyone stay warm. I know that's right. Did y'all know it snowed in Georgia yesterday? It snowed in Atlanta, and it even snowed in Florida, which I find to be absolutely nefarious, okay? What's really going on with this crazy arse weather? What is going on here? Okay, so let's get into it. Everyone, please hit that like button. Please like, share, subscribe. Doesn't cost you a thing, all right? That's how you can support the channel for absolutely free, okay? So I'm going to wait a few minutes because I know some people are probably not aware of the live yet because I'm extra early. And hold on just a second. Let me pull my chat up on my phone. Okay, so listen, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr_A_Shakur, TikTok at Dr. A Shakur, Twitter at DGoddess27. And as per usual, if you don't like what the queen is cooking, you already know what to do. Okay, you already know what to do. Now, that being said, let's have a brief word from my sponsor before we get it started at 12 Tribes. Here we go.
Do not buy 12 Tribes on Earth hair growth oil and hair magic elixir unless you want super healthy, gorgeous hair that grows. They have a whole line of amazing hair growth products, including hair growth leave-in conditioner spray, hair growth shampoo, hair growth spray, and hair growth butter. I'm starting to sense a theme here. They include quality natural ingredients. They smell amazing, and you can see the results for yourself. So if you're looking for healthy hair growth for your natural or relaxed hair, try 12 Tribes on Earth today.
Okay, so don't forget you can purchase 12 Tribe oil for your hair at Etsy.com. Just look for Lisa Crafts. You can also find it at Walmart.com. And for the guys, don't forget that she has a lovely beard oil. Okay, so let's get into it. Hello, Cookie, Buckhorse DC. All right, God blesses 23 is in the house. James Allen is here. Said, yes, Queen. It's an Arctic blast that's happening from the South States, for the South States. Really? Okay, I'm not surprised, honey. Vince, I am from the UK. All right, Laverne is here. 504 Nola, Samantha, Priscilla is in the house. Let's get it popping. All right, Auntie Leah is here. Lisa Jackson. Michelle is here. Nessie X. All right, Danny, Darnell, Red Wine Entertainment. Edward, did I say you? Okay, so let's get it started. Most Hated Bronze Flat Power God. All right, Red Wine Entertainment. Shout out to all my loyal roasts and my moderators for putting in work and everyone tuned into the Queen. All right, a shout out to Desmond, my chief moderator. So let's get into it because we have a lot to cover, you guys. We have a lot to cover. Okay, so first things first, I want to talk about, now we talked about this days ago, I covered it, you know, when people were going in on Nelly and Snoop Dogg. But Stephen A. Smith and Charlamagne the Devil had some things to say too. Stephen A. Smith was going in, so was Charlamagne. So not on them, but on the people that were talking trash about it. So let's get into that. Stephen A. Smith goes off on the Black community for trying to cancel rappers who support Donald Trump because they got opportunities that they're willing to exploit. You want to get their ace? So let's hear what he has to say, honey, because I haven't listened to this. I just happened to scroll upon it on Instagram. Here we go. Why isn't it playing? Oh, hell no, it's not even playing. Hold on. All right, let's go to Charlamagne the Devil. I have to find that one for Stephen. Here we go. Because Charlamagne, even though I usually don't agree with him, he said basically the same thing I always say, or that I said, right? Nobody's going in on Obama. He was sitting there laughing it up. Now, if y'all aren't mad at him, I have several questions. Now, I'm going to put an overlay on this so I don't have any copyright issues. All right, let's hear what he has to say.
The hypocrisy that people display in regards to who they like and don't like is mind-blowing to me. Like, there is no way you are more mad at rappers for performing at these inauguration events than you are at the elected officials who told us Trump was a fascist, a threat to democracy, a danger to our country and the Constitution. They likened him to Hitler, but then folks like Biden just welcomed him back in the White House. Obama was sharing a good laugh with him at the funeral of President Carter. We know why the rappers did what they did. We know why they doing it. They got paid. What's the politician's excuse for normalizing Trump?
Oh, when I said that on Twitter over the weekend, I'm still getting dragged. They said because Obama has to do that as a politician.
He doesn't have to do it. Trump didn't do it 4 years ago.
Exactly. Trump said the election. Trump said the election was stolen in 2020, and then he acted like it. He didn't do no peaceful transfer of power. He didn't show up to the inauguration, because why would you ever show up to an inauguration after you just accused a bunch of people of stealing an election? Democrats could learn a thing or two from that. And if you ask me, all that smoke you have for the rappers, you should have for Obama. You should have for Biden and all the other elected officials who got us all riled up and scared, only to turn around and have tea with a man they likened to Hitler. Like literally just was having tea with him yesterday. I would respect it more if folks was consistent and they gave Obama and Biden smoke, but I didn't see none of that. But y'all mad at Nelly and Snoop?
Yeah, I ain't seen
Nelly and Snoop don't hold more weight than Biden and Obama. Like that, honestly, those performances are inconsequential. But what are people going to remember 2 years from now in midterms, or 4 years from now when it's another presidential election? They're going to remember when, oh, you told us these were you liking this.
Okay, I think we heard enough to get his point. Now, that's absolutely true. And they want to make excuses and allowances for Obama, which I find interesting, specifically since Obama was the one who went out there and criticized and critiqued and scolded Black men and called them misogynists and sexist to boots. Now, what do y'all have to say about that? Okay, God bless 23 said, I think it's more of the hypocrisy. Yes, it is. First of all, Nelly, Snoop, Soulja Boy, any of them performing for Trump to have a damn thing to do with their lives. Why are y'all mad about people who don't have anything to do with your lives? Okay, it's not going to affect you in one way or the other. That's what it's not going to do. And then they want to make excuses for Obama. I'm sorry, say what? But let's talk about what Stephen A. Smith said. Stephen A. Smith defends Snoop Dogg, Nelly, and Soulja Boy performing at Trump inaugural events. The media personality doesn't understand the backlash that they're currently receiving on social media. Well, you know, I do, because it's a whole bunch of Negroes, as I like to call them, and I don't care who's mad. If you're a Negro and you're in the Queen's chat, put your hand up, okay? Because the thing is, it is always our people who are so divisive and going in on one another simply for having different views and opinions, as if your opinion is the only one that matters. These same people that want to voice their opinion and do so quite blatantly get upset if anyone that thinks to the contrary of them does the same. Isn't that hypocrisy at its finest? You know, I just get so tired of it at the end of the day. And then these are the same people who, like I told you, went in on Ice Cube, was calling him a whole raccoon just because he was trying to help the Black community. Okay, if someone's trying to help you, why the hell do you care where they go and get the help? I'm sorry, can anybody make that make sense? If a person is trying to help you, why do you care where they went to get the help? It's just like when people were criticizing Kim Kardashian. Now, I'm no Kim Kardashian fan, honey, and y'all should know that. But the fact of the matter was, remember, when Kim Kardashian went to talk to Trump about getting that lady, I think her name's Alice Johnson, or Alice Jackson, I think it's Alice Johnson, that Black lady who'd been in prison for about 20 years, and Kim Kardashian was trying to get Trump to pardon her, and then Trump did, and then it was Black people who were saying, oh, she just did it for a clout chase. Who the hell cares? If I've been sitting in prison 20 years and somebody goes and talks to the president to get me out, I don't give a damn if they're clout chasing. Let them have it, because I'm going to be home with my family. You see how nonsensical and idiotic that is? But it looks like some of our people just look for negativity, or that you just can't do anything right to please some Negroes. Okay, make that make sense. And I'll tell you another thing too. People are sitting there saying, oh, Trump took away TikTok and then he had him bring it right back. And so he can act like he's the hero. He's the one who wanted us to get rid of it in the first place. Well, yeah, he did. That's true. But at the end of the day, are y'all going to forget that Biden and Kabami were doing the same thing? Are y'all going to forget that? And not to mention, at the end of the day, Trump still could have gotten rid of it. So for all of y'all that make money on TikTok, sorry, but now you can still make your money. So even if he was clout chasing, you're still on there to make your money. That's all I'm saying. I still got my 100,000 plus followers on there. So I don't care why he did it. The point is, he didn't have to. He could have snatched it right out from under us. Sometimes y'all be worried about the wrong thing, Black people. Sometimes y'all be worried about the wrong thing. Okay, Vince I Am says, facts on box, Queen. Exactly, on box. All right, and this is all so interesting. And then here's the thing. Now, we all know that people who look like me were the ones that disproportionately got Obama into office twice. That's what we know, right? How many times did Obama get up there and thank us? How many times did he get up there and thank us? I'm sorry, I'll wait. But Trump said thanks to the African-American community. I hear you. Now, was that clout chasing? Maybe it was. But at the end of the day, at least he said it. And let's not forget, he's also the same one that said that we built this country. Okay? So I'm just saying, take the good with the bad. All right? Take the good with the bad. Lisa Jackson, Queen, I don't want to be locked into the Democratic box. Vote for whoever you like. Thank you. Exactly my point, beloved. You know, but some of our people seem to think that we owe them a debt of gratitude. But for what? What have they ever done for us, really, besides a perpetual system of benign neglect? Okay? I have several questions. Thank you for your insight into the topic, beloved, and your contribution to the channel. Peace, love. Okay, all so nefarious. But now let's talk about Stephen A. Smith. So Stephen A. says he doesn't understand the backlash rappers like Snoop Dogg, Nelly, and Soulja Boy are receiving for performing at events around Donald Trump's presidential inauguration. Now, during a recent, and you know, this still ticks me off when I think about how they canceled Chrisette Michele. That woman didn't hurt anybody. She got up there and performed, which she was likely paid to do. Y'all don't know black people didn't know if she needed the money or whatever. But whatever the reason was, that should have been her choice to make. But people went in on her, and we haven't heard from her since. But let me continue. During a recent episode of the Stephen A. Smith show on YouTube, the media personality started his rant about the vitriol they've been receiving online by asking some questions. What if this person voted for him because they're broke and they think that he can put some more money in their pocket? He asked. What if this person voted for him because they're in a crime-ridden neighborhood and they feel leftists aren't having the streets patrolled well enough? What if they want to call 911, but they live in an environment that people were supporting defunding the police? What if the job market mattered to them, he says. He then continued by asking whether Soulja Boy had a right to make a living. Soulja Boy ain't got no right to make some money. Everybody's quick to say, if it was me, there's a different way to make money. You're sure about that? I saw Soulja Boy pull out some cash. I couldn't count, but it looked like at least 6 figures. What if it takes most people, to make in a year? The brother made in one night. Okay, Smith then set his sights on Snoop Dogg and pointed out that the Long Beach rapper actually performed at the Crypto Ball. You know, like I said, people just get mad over nothing, much to do about nothing. One of the events surrounded the inauguration, and that he was there for Trump's crypto and AI czar, David Sachs, and not the new president, who reportedly didn't attend the event, but was the guest of honor. He says David Sachs is someone who Snoop has had a relationship with for decades. See, talking about what they don't even know. David Sachs is that cat when nobody else put their hand out offering dollars to Snoop's football league, and beyond that, brother does it. And beyond that, brother does it. Now, Snoop Dogg worth over $100 million. He's got a youth football league. This brother's sending cats to college. This brother's sending cats to the NFL. We just going to ignore that because he performed at the inauguration? When it came to Nelly, Stephen A. claimed that the St. Louis rapper isn't into politics and will perform for the right price. Nelly's not a political person. He doesn't get involved in campaigns. Nelly does perform for people who will pay for the right fee and believes in respecting the office because of the power that comes with it. That's his position, like it or not. You got to respect it. However, Nelly recently said that he didn't agree to perform for money. He agreed because he saw it as an honor and likened it to the military who have to serve the country no matter who's in office. I'm not doing this for money. This is what he said on Willie D Live. You all remember because I played the audio. I'm not doing this because of money. I'm doing this because it's an honor. I respect the office. It don't matter who's in office. The same way that our men and women, our brothers and sisters who protect this country have to go to war and have to put their lives on the line for whoever's in office. If they can put their life on the line for whoever's in office, I can perform for whoever's in office. I mean, like I told you all, good points made here. People need to sit down somewhere and stop being so critical of other people just because they do or say something that you disagree with. This is a free damn country, last I checked. And y'all, some of these same people complaining. Now, I know it's not any of you. I would hope not. But because, unlike some people, my subscribers actually have critical thinking skills. Now, with that all being said, at the end of the day, people, the very people that are going in on them, like I told you guys, these are some of the same people that shop at Walmart, and they're not going to stop. Walmart contributed to Trump's campaign. Are you mad about that? No. Okay? These are some of the same people that do a whole lot of things. They may work for somebody who doesn't like people that look like them, and they'll make the excuse, well, I got to earn a living. Well, so do they. How is it any different? So do they. Just because they're rich, they still have bills to pay. Okay, and the reason they're rich is because they work to be that way, to stay there. Okay, so sit down somewhere. That's all I'm saying. I am so sick and tired of the selective outrage from the Black community as a collective. Okay, it's just nonsensical as far as I'm concerned. All right, now, there's a couple of people that I want to go in on. One of them is Tisa Tales, and the other one is Sloan Bella. Now, okay, a couple of people sent me this video, and here's the thing. I'm going to first of all talk about how Tisa Tales is sitting up here blaming Diddy, said that Diddy's trying to break up Cassie's marriage. Now, I really don't care about this part of it because I find it interesting, but I'm just going to talk about it anyway because I'm being petty today. But so blaming Diddy because Cassie turned in those 9 tapes, and she's saying that her husband and her are having problems, or Diddy wants them to break up. And claims that Diddy said that she kept the videos for her own pleasure. Now, I'm sorry, but I reported on this yesterday, and I read numerous of articles, and I didn't find one article that said that Diddy said that. Okay? She says insiders are saying this. Now, let me just tell y'all something. When she says insiders are saying something, or the streets are saying it, or everybody's saying it, that's when you know she made the shit up herself. Okay? Please pay attention. That's when you know she made it up herself. Okay? Now, I'm going to let y'all hear this, but the main thing I want y'all to listen to is how she tries to take credit as if she's predicting something. And I find it interesting because just days ago, somebody said, Queen, now that you're doing your predictions again, watch Tisa Tales start acting like she's making predictions. But anyway, I digress. Now, listen to what she says at the end, and she's acting like she's giving some tea, but I already said something about this months ago. I just want y'all to pay attention, okay? I just want y'all to pay attention. Now, let's listen to it. At the end of the day, I mean, y'all know how petty the queen is, and I have told y'all that when people copy my stuff and I find out, I'm going to call your ass out. And I don't care what anybody on ScrewTube says. Oh, she's petty. Oh, she's a hater. Oh, she's this, she's that. I don't care what y'all say, and y'all should know that by now. I'm still going to do it because that's what I do. And it ain't nothing y'all can do about it but get mad. It's not like you're going to whip my ass or nothing. Now, if anybody wants to engage the queen in battle, hand-to-hand combat, let me know. And then I'll see if I can get somebody to set it up so we can get in a boxing ring. And then we'll donate the money to a charity of your and my choosing. How about that? Okay, so let's continue. Look at Bridget being messy. Somebody do it, girl. Nancy X said, I know that's right. Laverne said, call him out. Oh, you know I will. Please pay attention. Okay, so here we go.
Spectacles and releasing whatever evidence that the prosecution shares with you early, you're releasing it to the general public. They'll be making a mockery out of the court, right? Again, the fact that Diddy really is so angry, he wants us to believe that Cassie kept those tapes as a romantic keepsake. And you got all the interviews talking about, oh my God, they gave it. I don't know. They look like two people loved me. Mind you, this is from a man that I believe was arrested for sex trafficking out in Vegas. Okay, right? But even outside of that, there are a lot of Diddy surrogates, even his own lawyer saying there was no abuse. It was a very toxic relationship, but he was also an abused person, basically. Now, why is this important? Well, it's important for a number of things, okay? For one, we need to remember something. Oh, also, shout out to anybody that has a story to tell about Diddy. I did a little research and I want everybody to know. If you or a loved one are a victim of Diddy, or even Diddy-like crimes from Diddy or any other celebrities, don't forget that come, I believe, February 28th of 2025, that is the end of the look back window for the Gender Motivated Violence Act. So that means that anything that happened to you from 2000 to February 28th, 2025, you can actually sue them and hold them accountable. They are lifting the statute of limitations temporarily. You have until...
Now, who is she supposed to be? Tony Busby? But let's continue.
28th to get it filed. So I would suggest call Tyrone Blackburn, call Douglas Wigdor, right? I wasn't called Tony Busby, but he got a lot of cases. Tyrone Blackburn, they tried to bury him in court, and baby, he came out swinging, and all his...
Okay, let me fast forward. I've heard enough of this. Hold on. So basically, as I was saying, she's blaming Diddy and saying that Diddy is trying to break up Cassie's marriage because Cassie turned in the tapes and he said she wants it for her own pleasure. Now, the only thing that Diddy's team said is that the fact that Cassie turned in those tapes verifies that Diddy, they didn't come from Diddy. The feds didn't find him during the raids. So that debunks the lie that Diddy was holding them over her head, okay? Because she's the one that had them. That's all that was said. Now, you can go do the research yourself. This woman makes up stories for a whole clout chase. But let's continue. Now, here's the part I want y'all to listen to. She's acting like she's making a prediction, but I already did this, and I'm about to show the receipt.
His case even harder. Again, let's not forget, Diddy wanted the enterprise letter February 1st. That's a letter the feds give you whenever they're looking at what your co-conspirators are and the rest of your indictment. He wants to drop by February 1st. However, that's not going to happen. We can expect March 7 to see the co-conspirators. And again, now that it looks like people are being released from lawsuits, What did they give, if anything, to be released from those lawsuits? I don't know. I feel like Diddy has a lot to worry about, where the more the feds come in, the more Tyrone Blackburn circles, the more everybody applies pressure. I have a feeling that a lot of people are going to start singing like canaries in order to make sure that they are not bought down with Diddy. Anyway, you guys, let me know what you think. Do you think that Diddy's attempt to tear up Cassie and to tear down Cassie's marriage and to tear down the marriage of actually Cassie and Alex, do you think that's going to work? Do you think that Devontae Swing actually gave information that's going to be detrimental to Diddy? And the third thing actually is coming, and it has to do with that Enterprise letter. But all I got to say is, I feel like Janice Combs, I don't know. I feel like something's coming down the road for Janice Combs. I could be wrong, but keep your eye on that space. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you...
Now, y'all heard that. First of all, she said, what do y'all think about Diddy trying to tear down Cassie's marriage and the marriage of? And then she said, and Alex fine. Cassie and Alex are in the same marriage. It's not two different marriages, like she made it sound. Second of all, she said she thinks something's coming down the pike for Janice Combs. So y'all keep your eye open, because I could be wrong or could be right. Well, first of all, girl, you got that from the queen, honey. Please sit down somewhere. I already said this. Let's get into it. I already said this 7 whole months ago. All right, 7 whole months ago. Please pay attention. It can be corroborated. If they can be proven with evidence that he claims that he has, then it's no longer hearsay. Okay? And that's the thing. You have to be careful, because a lot of people will put out information as if it's true and factual, when in fact it's nothing but hearsay. That's just like months ago, someone lied and said, and I won't call their name, fake Nancy Drew, lied and said that Jonathan Oddie was dead. She did a whole report on it, only to come back a couple of months later and say that he's one of the star witnesses and that he's been hidden by the feds. I find it all interesting and clear and nefarious. You know, so that's why it's always good to have receipts, not just to be saying things, okay? So my point is, if these things are true that Rodney has alleged, then Diddy is the reason for his own undoing by running his mouth out of arrogance. And here's the thing. Diddy likely thought that he could brag and say whatever he wanted, because he's been in the habit, you see, of paying his witnesses off. You see, remember how they alleged that he paid people to lie on Shine, that he paid witnesses to come in there and testify against Shine and put all the blame on him and not Diddy? Remember how he was able to do that? You see, in this case, he won't be able to do that.
A lot of people don't know this, but you can be using Instagram to make money online from the comfort of.
He won't be able to barter with witnesses. He won't be able to pay them off. He won't be able to intimidate them and hold their careers or anything else over their heads. You see, Cassie and Rodney Jones will be the star witnesses for the prosecution. And in fact, all of these people that have filed lawsuits against him will, in fact, be the witnesses. Okay? So he's not going to be able to pay them off. He'll pay them in those civil lawsuits they filed when he loses, the ones that he hasn't already settled, like Cassie's. But at the end of the day, he won't be able to buy their silence any longer. Diddy is about to be R. Kelly, as I told you all months ago. All right, that's just what it is. Now let's talk about why he has these money laundering charges and how his mother, Miss Janice Combs, could be charged also. I want you all to pay attention, because it's all nefarious. All right, now. Also exploited those artists, all of whom have since passed away. He said, you need more proof, Ninja. Big ain't here, so Big can't give you no receipts. He dead. Craig Mack can't give you no receipts. He dead. What are you talking about? Who else? Black Rob can't give you no receipts. He dead. And everybody else you made sign paperwork so they can't talk about what I'm talking about. I'm the only one with guts. I'm not signing, Ninja, because I don't need the money. Okay? And so with that all been said, now let's not forget that a former bodyguard also said that Diddy had everything in his mother and his son's name. So with that all been said, if this is true, the problem is, if they find out, if they could prove that his mother knew about any of his illegal activities, if it is true that he was into sex trafficking, if it is true. Because here's the thing. When he was having Cassie to sleep with these people, and I'm not talking about the sex workers. I'm talking about when they alleged that Cassie was made to sleep with people that he knew, other celebrities and all of this. I think I proved my point. Now, let's talk about it. Tara says, the hypocrisy. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. Next breath, she's hating on Tisa for her opinion. Shaking my head. I've never seen Tisa mention this woman, and I listen to her all the time. Well, you know what? Guess what? I don't care if you listen to her all the time, because Tisa has talked about me plenty of times, okay? Now, just because you didn't hear something doesn't mean it didn't happen. One's in the chat for everybody who knows that Tisa Tales has talked about the queen. One's in the chat. Okay, didn't she call me a drowning rat? Didn't she say that I look like a hamster? Okay, please, one's in the chat if y'all have heard that. Y'all know that Tisa Tales has talked about the queen, because I never knew who the hell she was until people started telling me that she was talking about me. See all those ones, sir? I'm sorry. Okay, don't come over here trying to cape for somebody when you don't even know what you're talking about. All right? See, I'm not hating on anybody. I'm pointing out facts. And I've pointed out a myriad of times in a myriad of videos where she has absolutely copied my talking points. I don't care about her opinion. We all have a right to our opinions, sir. I really can't tell if you're a sir or a ma'am, but whatever the hell you are, don't come over here talking crazy, okay? Now, do you have anything else to say? Should I drop the link or... I'm sorry. He's going to come, and don't call me that lady. I am the queen, okay? Get it right. That's for number one, okay? And talking about the hypocrisy, where's the hypocrisy, sir? Where's the hypocrisy? Have I copied her talking points? No, I have not, ever, never would, because most of the time she's lying or embellishing stories. Second of all, where's the hypocrisy? I'd just like to know. You see how people say stuff they have no proof? He's calling me a hypocrite, but how am I a hypocrite? And I'm pretty sure Torah Talk, Israelite Bible Study, and that's interesting. You're supposed to be a person who studies the Bible, but yet you're over here telling lies and trying to go in on somebody whom you don't know. Why don't you first get your facts straight, and then we can have a discussion, okay? Do I need to drop the link for you? Because I definitely can. And we can talk about it. Okay, I didn't think so. Yeah, that all been said. You saw all those ones. Honey, the queen don't have to hate on anybody. I'm the queen of receipts on these YouTube streets. That's just a fact, okay? That's just a fact. And you must not watch her all the time. Because if you did, you'd know that she absolutely has talked about me. And that's why I started talking about her and calling her out, okay? Looks like she's the hater because she's the one copying the queen, honey. Queen's never copied her, all right? Anything I ever said about her is the truth. And I showed the receipts to prove it. Now, let's continue. Dan says, at Torah Talk Israelite Bible Study, you address that lady as Her Majesty the Queen. I know that's right. You tell him, Dan, okay? Matter of fact, let me just show y'all something. I got a little ditty for him. Okay, I got a little ditty for him. Hold up. Here we go. This is for you, Torah.
Funky dog head, bitch. How dare you try to tarnish my motherfucking
QueenAShakur
reputation, punk motherfucker. Respect the
royals
and back off, bitch, before we come get you.
And that's on box. I'm sorry, say what? Bet you wasn't expecting that. I bet you wasn't expecting that. Y'all see, I keep one in the chamber. I stay ready, Senator, to get ready, because I know the haters be lurking in my own chat, no less. Now, that all being said, Measure Man says, found your channel because of her channel, and it was the Most High, and unsubscribed, stayed here because was looking for my tribe. Thank you, beloved. Now, did y'all hear that? He found my channel because of her channel, but she don't talk about the queen. Sit down somewhere, okay? Thank you, Measure Man, beloved, for your kind words and your contribution to the channel. Peace, love, and blessings. And you know who else found my channel? Auntie Leah, my moderator, okay? Used to be Tisa Tales' member until she heard and saw how Tisa was copying everything that the queen says. When she has the right receipts, a lot of times she got them from me. Sit down somewhere. Talk about I'm hating, honey. The last thing I ever have had to do is hate. All right, I don't hate, I congratulate. I'm sorry, how many times have I shouted Tisa Tales out? Plenty. And matter of fact, I just shouted her out about a month ago. even though me and her don't get along. Because one thing about it is I give credit where it's due, whether I like you or not. Okay, talk about a hater, honey, you better sit down somewhere. But now let's get into these receipts. Oh, but first, let me talk about Sloan Bella, because Sloan Bella done ticked off the queen, honey. I want y'all to pay attention. First of all, she did two things that I'm about to call her out on. I want y'all to listen to this. First of all, she's sitting here talking about Blue Ivy. Now, though I'm no fan of Jay-Z or Beyonce, Blue Ivy is a child. Now, she's sitting up here talking about Blue Ivy, and I have to question Sloan Bella, ma'am. Would you have said this if this little child were white? I have several questions, okay? Because this ticked me off. Now I'm gonna let y'all see this video with her talking greasy about Blue Ivy, and I don't appreciate it. I don't appreciate it. Period.
Beyonce's daughter is all over TikTok. Ivy Blue is all over TikTok doing that stupid pterodactyl walk that her mother does. It's a pterodactyl. It's prehistoric. There's a reason for that walk. You saw what these people look like, spiritually speaking, because they invoke stuff. She's invoking. When Blue Ivy's got the glasses on, the movements are moving energy. It's not right.
Now I want y'all to pay attention to something. See, Sloan Bella, let's talk about it. I told you guys that sometimes I agree with her predictions, sometimes not, because Sloan Bella is a psychic, okay? Some people are prophetic like myself. That's why I can predict world events, catastrophic events, okay, like that earthquake that I just predicted days ago. But the bottom line is, or Trump, the attempted assassination on Trump 4 years prior to it happened. But here's the thing. Sloan Bella talks to spirits, okay? I don't engage in talking to spirits, okay? Because if a true spirit of my ancestors or whomever wants to talk to me, they might visit me in my dreams or something like that. But I'm not going to sit there and conjure up spirits, Sloan Bella. And she does that. So you have to ask yourself, what spirits is she talking to? Are these demonic spirits? Because they can masquerade, as people that we know, okay? They can be familiar spirits. And at the end of the day, the thing is, we're not supposed to be engaged in that anyway. So she's a psychic medium. There's a difference there. But the fact that she's sitting there going in on Blue Ivy, that's disturbing to me, okay? That's just my opinion. Now, because for one, she's saying that this child is, it's moving energy. Well, of course it's moving energy. If you're dancing, that's moving energy. If you're moving, that's energy in motion. Of course it's moving energy. She acted as if she said something prolific when she made that comment. Then she said doing the pterodactyl moves, like she's channeling something. She's dancing, lady. That's what she's doing. Now, Beyonce and Jay-Z might be nefarious, but Blue Ivy is a kid. Okay, so let's let her have, do what a child does. This is a child that's out there trying to be a performer like her mother, okay, at the end of the day. I don't appreciate that shit. I really don't. Let me not curse. But anyway, hold on. Here's something else that she said that's hella crazy. Here's something else she said that's hella crazy. I want y'all to pay attention. Now, y'all listen to this foolishness. Y'all listen to this foolishness, okay? She's sitting here telling people not to do vision boards and not to manifest. Lady, you sound crazy, okay? You sound absolutely nefarious. Now, listen to this.
Here's why. This is just my opinion. Talk to God privately about your goals. Never tell somebody out loud what you're going to do. It corrupts it. As soon as you tell somebody and put it on the wall, here's my vision board, every demonic energy can see what you're focused on and they will you. So do not put your vision board out there, because as soon as you say, I want a car, I want a house, I want a whatever, it allows them, because you've told them and they don't want you to be happy. They'll block it. When you talk to God silently, keep it to yourself. Yeah, the vision boards, they tell you to do that. It's a lie. The way they tell you to manifest is a lie. You manifest by saying, I am the best and I am this and I am, that has nothing to do with anything. That doesn't have anything to do with it. First of all, just because you want something that you see on TV by these clowns that make you feel bad for your life when you're healthy and you have a lovely family and you have a car that works, they tell you that's not enough by putting these people on TV that show you shows like Cribs and Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. Of course you want it. I want it. They want it. You want it. All of that. But you're not going to get it because it's assigned to them. And do they ever really get it? They don't ever really get it, right? So when you're looking at it, they're making you focus on something else and not be grateful for what you have, which I never thought I'd say. I never thought I'd say, but there it is. When you put it on a vision board and you manifest, you're doing it from a very selfish perspective. You are saying, I want to have a lot of money. Even if you say, I want to have a lot of money so I can give it to foundations and whatever, right? So you're still saying, I want this, I want that. Instead of saying, I want the car, the house, the money, the whatever, in your mind, pray for abundance. Abundance in general means you're abundant, like you're healthy, happy, wealthy, just abundant in every area of your life. Let's say you want to be healthy. Pray for that, but do not let people, do not speak it. They will fuck you up. They do not want you being successful. They do not want you being successful. And people go against it. Some people in your life don't even want you with a fucking smile. They're jealous and they fake it to your face. And they get so mad when they hear what your plans are because they're afraid you're going to do it. Don't tell people.
Okay, so let me say this about that. Because she was all over the place. For one, here's the thing. Measure Man says she took one video down because I called her out on it. Talking about Tisa Tales. Yeah, I'm sure she did. She took one down when I called her out on it too, beloved. Now listen to this. Here's the thing about Sloan Bella. First of all, she sounds crazy, okay? If you do a vision board and she says demons are going to see it, well, yeah, if you have demons around you, yeah, they will see it. But here's the thing. Demons can also read your thoughts. Demons know things about us, period. Demons are clairvoyants, okay? So even if you don't put up a vision board, if you want something in your mind, demons still can know that, Sloan Bella. And another thing is, there is something called the art of visualization, okay? And the art of manifestation. So I always teach people on my spiritual channel, and you all know this, and you all should know that it works, that when you want something you're trying to manifest, first of all, you don't say you want it. You don't say, oh, I want a car. You say that you have it. You speak it as though you already have it. And the next thing is, yes, you do say, I am. Now, I agree with her on that, because even at the burning bush, when God spoke to Moses, he said, I am that I am. Anything that you say consistently after the words I am on a regular basis, you can create that. But when she's saying don't do a vision board because people will hate on you, or they'll try to, demons will see it and all that stuff. First of all, like I already told you about the demons, but as far as people are concerned, well, you don't have to tell people about what you're doing. Okay. And if you have people in your circle whom you know don't care for you, well, of course you shouldn't tell them your plans, because they can pray against you. But then she says also that doing stuff like this teaches you not to be grateful for what you have. That's not true. You can be grateful at the same time, but still want more. There's nothing wrong with that. We all should want more. We all should want to elevate ourselves and to be better and do better. It's called evolving. Okay. At the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with that. Because what else do I tell you all on the spiritual channel? That you must always have an attitude of gratitude. You see, when you want to manifest other things into your life, then you must also have an attitude of gratitude and be ever so grateful and thankful for what you already have. And you have to view the glass as half full rather than half empty. You have to have a positive mindset instead of focusing on the negative. So what is she talking about? Sitting there telling people not to manifest and saying all this crazy stuff. But this is the same lady who talks to spirits. I bet she plays a Ouija board, but she's telling people not to do a vision board. Okay. I'm sorry. And the same demons that she's talking about that will look at your vision board and try to prevent you from having things are probably some of the same demons that are acting and posing as the spirits that are giving her information. I just want y'all to think about that. Okay, I just want y'all to think about that. Please pay attention. Now, Measure Man says, if you're not strong enough in faith, then you need to draw closer to God. How she know vision board is worldly things. Exactly. Okay, exactly. So thank you for your insight into the topic, beloved, and your contribution to the channel. Peace, love, and blessings. I just had to call that out. Okay? Because she needs to sit down somewhere. Tisa Dan says, what? Habakkuk 2.2, second chapter, second and third verse makes it quite clear. Okay, beloved, I haven't read that. That's for the Jewish people, right? Thank you for that insight. I'll check it out. And thank you for the contribution to the channel. Peace, love, and blessings. Okay, I'm sorry. But yeah, people out here saying crazy stuff like that, discouraging people. Okay, above all that, Drum said, I don't mess with those Ouija boards, and nor should you, because that's a way to conjure spirits. And you can conjure up some demonic energy off of one of those boards that'll stay attached to you for the rest of your life until you get some sort of deliverance. Okay, Eyes Wide Open says, when it comes down to spirits, you do have to be careful. A person could be talking to an alien as far as we know. Exactly. You can be talking to anything, honey. You don't know what that is. Okay, you do not know what it is. Now, let's get into business. Because Elon Musk, let's talk about it. Elon Musk did a whole Nazi salute, okay? And then now they're trying to downplay it and say, oh, that wasn't what that was. Are we crazy or not? And here's the thing. I gave a public service announcement on my X channel the other day about this. And I said, people that look like me, don't get mad about that, okay? Because if the other people aren't mad about it, then why should you, okay? Why should you be mad about it if they're not complaining about it? They're defending him. I want y'all to pay attention because here's why. Let's get into it. Now, this is the ADL, the Anti-Defamation League. They say the awkward Musk gesture is not a Nazi salute. This is a delicate moment. Oh, okay. I find it all interesting, seeing as how they accuse Kanye West of being anti-Semitic, seeing as how they accuse Whoopi Goldberg of being anti-Semitic, seeing as how they said the same thing about Nick Cannon and all of those people that I just named. They wanted them to apologize. But you mean to tell me this man can do the whole salute that Adolf did? And it's not a problem. Now, here's the thing. Some people tried to say it's the Roman salute. Yeah, it is the Roman salute. Okay, it's also the Nazi salute. You see, the Roman salute and the Nazi salute are the same thing. It's the same thing. You see, Hitler got that from the Romans. It's the same thing. Now, that's just like, let me quote in the words of Shakespeare. Is a rose called by any other name not still as sweet? Because you can call it something else, but it's still a rose at the end of the day, is all I'm saying. You can call this something other than a Nazi salute, but at the end of the day, that's exactly what it is. They're defending him. They're defending him, but when it comes to people that look like me, oh, you better not dare say anything, even if it's the truth. Okay, please pay attention. All right, G from the land, thank you for your contribution to the channel, beloved. Peace, love, and blessings. Okay, this is all so nefarious. Okay, this is all so nefarious. Now let's get into it. Because here's what they say. The Anti-Defamation League, a nonprofit focused on combating anti-Semitism, defended tech billionaire Elon Musk's awkward gesture during a Monday celebratory event, which some critics panned as a fascist salute. Here's what they say. This is a delicate moment. It's a new day, and yet so many are on edge. Our politics are inflamed, and social media only adds to the anxiety, they say. It seems that @Elon Musk made an awkward gesture in a moment of enthusiasm. Not a Nazi salute, but again, we appreciate that people are on edge. This is why I'm telling y'all, people that look like me, you shouldn't be on edge, okay? They're not worried about it, so neither should you be. Now, Musk ignited speculation online during his Monday speech at President Trump's celebratory event while addressing the large crowd that he placed his arm on his left side. I'm just going to let y'all see what he did. I'm just going to let y'all see what the man did, okay? I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. They want to sit here and defend it, okay? That's fine. But I want y'all to pay attention. They don't give us that same energy. That's what they don't do. That's what they don't do. Hold on, I'm going to pull up this TikTok video. Hold on. Here we go. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. I find it all so interesting.
Not crazy. Elon Musk actually did that. He went out on a stage, congratulated everybody there, and gave the crowd a Yahtzee salute, to which they cheered and applauded him. Don't let Trump voters and Trump supporters gaslight you into thinking that it didn't happen, or that it meant something else, or he did it accidentally, or he was hopped up on coke, or some methamphetamine or some shit, and it was just performative, and it didn't mean anything, and it doesn't stand for anything, and it isn't representative of anything. Only Yahtzees give Yahtzee salutes. And only people who support Yahtzees are okay with people giving Yahtzee salutes. That's how this fucking works. So when people start gaslighting you and telling you, oh, you're overreacting, it's just, you're being too emotional about this, just relax, everything will be fine. No, fuck you. We don't support Yahtzees, and you shouldn't either.
Okay, y'all heard what the man said. Now let's look at exactly what he did. Let's take a look at exactly what he did. He did it twice, as a matter of fact.
For making it happen. Thank you. My heart goes out to you. It is thanks to you that the future of civilization is.
So that wasn't a Yahtzee, as he called it, salute. Of course it was. Okay. Of course it was. And in fact, somebody posted a picture of a Yahtzee doing it right next to him on TikTok. And it's the same thing. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Okay. Lisa Jackson said it was a Nazi salute. I saw it. It absolutely was, beloved. Thank you for your insight into the topic and your contribution to the channel. Peace, love, and blessings. That's exactly what it was. Okay. Who are we kidding here? But I just want y'all to see how they make allowances for people who look like them when they do those sorts of things. Okay. When they do those, and here's the thing. It's interesting because, you know, Elon was just recently in Germany supporting one of those groups. Okay. Allegedly. Now, I read that. All right, so I just want y'all to pay attention. But also, the AOC. Listen to this. AOC torn to shreds for you-splaining to Anti-Defamation League in dispute over Elon Musk inauguration salute. So, Ocasio-Cortez accused the anti-Semitism watchdog group of defending the Hail Hitler salute before arguing that the ADL works for President Trump and his allies. She says, just to be clear, you are defending that salute that was performed and repeated for emphasis and clarity. Well, people can officially stop listening to you as sort of a reputable source of information now. You work for them. Thank you for making that crystal clear. And so they basically went in on her and defended it by saying that it wasn't what it was, as I told you all. And then somebody online said, if at ADL you fight anti-Semitism every day, I'm ready to respectfully hear your opinion on what Elon Musk intended. That's not what AOC is doing. This is a cynical political game for her. She supports anti-Semites. She's scoring cheap points against the ADL because they supported the rights of all Jews, including the Israeli ones. That's what they said. So then somebody says, just to be clear, AOC is trying to delegitimize the preeminent American Jewish civil rights organization here after spending the last 15 months defending those guilty of the very ideology the ADL was founded to combat. Well, you know, at the end of the day, I find it all interesting that people are trying to go in on her. And again, people who look like Elon Musk are defending him. Okay. So just pay attention to that because they don't give us the same energy. Now, with that all being said, ASAP Rocky's court case starts today, his trial. And, you know, he turned down a plea deal where he could have spent 180 days in jail. He could have spent 180 days, but he turned that all down. Okay. So let's talk about it. A$AP Rocky rejected a plea deal from prosecutors in his Hollywood assault case Tuesday as the trial began in downtown Los Angeles, a little over 2 years after he was charged with opening fire on a former friend and collaborator. Rocky, whose real name is Raheem Mayers, has been in a long-running relationship with singer and business mogul Rihanna. The couple have 2 children together. His defense attorney previously told a judge that she may attend part of the trial in support. Now, he's 36 years old, and he allegedly pointed a handgun at the victim and fired twice in his direction during a later confrontation in Hollywood on November the 6th of 2021. Now, according to the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office, the victim, fellow artist and childhood friend Terrell Ephron, who's previously performed as A$AP Rally, testified last year that bullets grazed his knuckles, and he decided to seek medical attention at a hospital after flying back to New York. Both men were once members of the hip-hop collective known as ASAP Mob. Now, since being arrested in April of 2022, the Grammy-nominated rapper has maintained his innocence. At the time, the Los Angeles Police Department announced his arrest in a statement describing the victim's injury as minor. According to the LAPD, the shots were fired in Hollywood near Selma Avenue and Argyle Avenue, just around the corner from the iconic Hollywood and Vine intersection. Now, the Harlem-born rapper, who first rose to fame with early singles like Peso, began gaining more mainstream success after his breakout debut. Okay, we don't need whole history. But basically, they say, we're going to be quiet and we're going to try this case in the courtroom. And when we do, facts will come out that show that he's truly innocent and he's a victim in this case. That's what his attorney, Joe Tacopina, said. Now, during Tuesday's hearing, Tacopina said the defense planned to call in witnesses who will testify that the gun Myers allegedly had that night of the shooting was a starter pistol, which he carried around as a prop for security reasons. Now, in November, Los Angeles County Superior Court Judge M.L. Villar found the case could go to trial, saying that there was sufficient evidence for Myers to stand trial on allegations that he shot at his former friend. Now, at the November hearing, Ephraim testified that he told Myers he had become big-headed due to his success, telling the award-winning rapper that he had failed everybody and that no one else was brave enough to share their honest opinions. I just wanted him to hear my side. He said Myers then allegedly turned around and opened fire. Woo, honey, this is all nefarious. The rapper has remained free on bond and appeared in court Tuesday when his trial was set to start with jury selection. Okay, so what do y'all think about this? What do y'all think about this now? I don't know. Quite frankly, I didn't even know that ASAP had gotten accused of this until recently. So this man is basically saying that ASAP Rocky turned around and fired at him for telling him that he's gotten a big head and he's disappointed people. I'm sorry, but it sounds like there's a little bit more to that story, but I guess I'll be tuning into the trial to find out exactly what's going on here. Now, Christopher said they've been kept it out of the media. Okay, that's why, because I don't even remember hearing about this, beloved. Okay. Simply Kai said that name is a tongue twister. Okay. So anyway, now let's talk about the diddler. Likes up, everyone please like and share. Let's talk about the diddler, honey. Because Media Takeout came out here talking about Trump, saying that Diddy asked Trump for a pardon. Now, I don't believe that. Media Takeout, they tell lies. And then they claim an insider told them this. Now, this is an organization who, like Tisa tells, in my opinion, makes up lies. Okay, you can always take whatever they say with a grain of salt. Anytime I find something that Media Takeout says, I have to go and see if other sources are reporting the same thing, to which I found none. And here's the thing. Even if Diddy did ask Trump for a pardon, the bottom line is Trump's not going to give it to him. And I already told you all that months ago. Because here's the thing. Diddy already called Trump out when he had that interview with Charlamagne the Devil years ago, and he said that Trump was racist and all that, and he went in on Trump after Trump had defended him when Aubrey O'Day was on The Apprentice. Okay, and Trump asked her, did she like Diddy? And she said, I'd rather not say. Okay, so with that all been said, Trump said, oh, I like him. He's a good guy. I'm going to stick up for him. And then Diddy didn't stick up for him. So you know how petty Trump is, and y'all know how Trump holds a grudge. He's not going to give Diddy no darn pardon. It's not happening. Diddy, stay your arse in jail. Okay, whether you ask for the pardon or not, you're not going to get one. Okay, off to jail you go, and hopefully to prison is your next stop. That's all I'm saying. Now, in other Diddy news, here's the thing. Hold on. Now, don't forget that his co-conspirators list will be coming out soon. But aside from that, there's some new paperwork on Diddy. So let's get into it, because Marriott is trying to get out of the lawsuit that they're involved in with Diddy. Now, if you all remember, there was a Jane Doe who filed against Diddy. Her name she ended up giving her name because Diddy and his team wanted her to reveal her identity. Her name is Candace McCrary. Now, I don't remember going over the lawsuit docs about that. I do have them, but I don't recall going over them. So I'll just go over a couple of pages. I don't have time to go into the whole thing today. Well, actually I do, but we're not going to do all Okay, so now for those of you who may or may not remember, because like I said, I don't remember going over this. Diddy's had so many lawsuits, I can't even keep track at this point. You know, even if I did go over it, I just don't recall. Okay, so here's the lawsuit right here, where she sued Diddy, Daddy's House Recordings, and all these other entities affiliated with him, wanting compensatory and punitive damages for aggravated sexual assault. Okay, she said that he was violent and shockingly, it was typical of defendant Combs, basically bringing up his history of violence and sex assault and all of that. So also bringing up all the other nefarious things he's accused of, like the nightclub incident and whatnot. Now, in the past year, numerous civil complaints have been filed by plaintiffs who allege that they had been assaulted by Combs between 1991 and 2009. In November of 2023, 3 lawsuits were filed against Combs under the New York Adult Survivors Act. Cassie Ventura, an artist signed to Bad Boy, sued him or whatever, Joy Dickerson Neal, Liza Gardner. And in December of 2023, an anonymous plaintiff and Combs in New York, or sued Combs in New York for drugging and gang raping her in 2003 when she was only 17 years old. The victim alleged that employees and business associates of Combs, through their affiliation with Bad Boy Enterprise, lured her to Combs' home, where Combs then raped her. Okay, and then they're going to talk about Rodney Jones. Likes up, everyone. Please don't forget to like and share. Thank you in advance. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to get to the... Okay, here it is right here. Parties. Plaintiff Candace McCrary is a female who resides in Tennessee. The city has been left upled for anonymity. Now, defendant Sean Combs is a male who, on information and belief, resides in New York City through incarceration at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. On information and belief, to all relevant times, Combs and or controlled Bad Boy Entertainment Holdings. Okay, we're going to skip past all that. Hold on, beloveds. Now, defendant Marriott International, excuse me, is a domestic business because she sued them as well, because supposedly that's where it all happened at. Okay, so now, as I was telling you guys, they're filing to be dismissed from the claim, from the complaint. Now, here are the factual allegations. Combs and his staff regularly invited members of the public to events such as music video shoots, photo shoots, autograph signings in and around New York City. One such event took place in 2004 across the street from Candace McCrary's college campus in Brooklyn, New York. Now, through Miss McCrary's friends and Combs' accomplices and agents, Miss McCrary received an invitation to Combs' photo shoot. She was 19 years old at the time. She was flattered and excited to receive an invitation for such an individual as Combs. Okay, now Miss McCrary accompanied her friends to the event and discovered that it was a photo shoot promoting the band, a recording group that Combs signed to his record label, Bad Boy Entertainment. At the photo shoot, she and one of her good friends, another freshman living in the dormitory with Miss McCrary, were eventually invited to another after party by business associates. Before leaving for the party, Miss McCrary had met Combs at the photo shoot. Combs told Miss McCrary and her friend that they should come to his hotel first for a more exclusive party. I do remember this now, but when I read it, she hadn't given her name. Okay, so this, I remember reading this. Okay, Miss McCrary and her friend agreed and were taken to a Manhattan area Marriott hotel by a member of Combs' entourage. Upon arriving at the hotel suite, Miss McCrary noticed that there were a dozen people there having drinks and listening to music in a relaxed party environment. While attempting to mingle around the party, Miss McCrary and her friend were suddenly grabbed and taken to a separate room off from the main party. Miss McCrary believed the man taking them to be security, and so she went with him. But when she asked him where they were going, he simply told her, "You know what you're here for." Okay, I'm going to stop right there because you all remember this, right? I'm sure you all remember this. And then they got her in the room. And then when she resisted, when Diddy was trying to force himself on her, allegedly, she said that he ordered her to perform fellatio, okay, or else he would have them both killed. Y'all remember that? He soon turned out the soon turned his sights on Miss McCrary and forced her to take off her clothes again under the threat of violence. Once she was undressed, Combs forced himself on her and began to assault her. Combs fondled, molested, and ultimately raped Miss McCrary, all while she was begging him to stop. Soon, and likely due to Miss McCrary's cries, the door opened and the security guard from earlier came in to ask if everything was all right. Miss McCrary's friend took the opportunity to rush out of the recently locked door. Miss McCrary, however, could not move as Combs was still on top of her. Okay, yeah, I remember this now. Like I said, Diddy's got so many darn lawsuits, honey. It's hard to keep track. Please pay attention. This is exactly why he needs to go to prison. This is exactly why he needs to go to prison, because everybody's not lying on you, diddler. Okay, I don't believe it. Now, let's talk about the Marriott, because as I was telling you, they filed to get out of the lawsuit because basically because it happened on their property, they don't feel like they should be held responsible at the end of the day. The Grift Eyes Hard here says the Marriott has got big problems. He took a bribe to say that he didn't see anything and give the tape back. Oh, really? This is all interesting. This is all interesting, beloved. Thanks for that tidbit of information. Now, let's talk about it, because here's what the Marriott is saying in their filing. Then we got to get into Chris Brown, y'all. Chris Brown is suing for $500 million. Please pay attention. Okay, so dear Judge Viscosil, on behalf of the Marriott International, Inc., we write pursuant to Section 4A of the court's individual practices to respectfully request a pre-motion conference in anticipation of Marriott's motion to dismiss plaintiff Candace McCrary's complaint in the above referenced action. Defendant sought plaintiff's consent for the contemplated motion to dismiss and did not receive a response. While Marriott takes allegations of gender-motivated violence seriously and has the utmost sympathy for the abuse plaintiff describes in her complaint, Marriott is not a proper target for plaintiff's claim. Based on established law, the claim made against Marriott fails for two reasons. First, the allegations against Marriott fail to satisfy the notice pleading standard set forth in Federal Rule of Civil Procedure A8 or 8A, because they are too vague. Second, plaintiff's only cause of action against Marriott is based on the 2022 amendment to the victim's gender. Okay, so basically they're saying the same thing. They're saying the same thing that Macy's said yesterday. Remember on yesterday, I reported to you guys that Macy's is trying to get out of the lawsuit. They're trying to get it dismissed against them for the same reason, because the Gender Motivated Violence Act, that law basically came out in 2022. That's when they started that look back window or whatever. And they're saying since this happened prior to, the same thing Macy said, they don't think that they should be held accountable under that law. Okay, so there's that. Now let's talk about Chris Brown, honey, because Chris Brown said he needs all his residuals. Okay, he said he's gonna need all his residuals. Run it. That's what he said. Okay, so let's talk about it, because they made that documentary on Chris Brown, and he's upset about it. Chris Brown files $500 million defamation lawsuit against Warner Brothers Discovery over docuseries A History of Violence. And quite frankly, I hope he wins. I hope Chris Brown wins, okay? Because listen, there's people who don't look like him that have a history of violence. Where are the docuseries about them? Okay, so let's get into it. Chris Brown has filed a $500 million defamation lawsuit against the producers of the investigation Discovery's Chris Brown, A History of Violence. Now, in the complaint, the With You singer, age 35, accuses Warner Brother Discovery, Ample Entertainment, and others of promoting and publishing defamatory claims, including that he raped a woman in 2020, despite being supplied with proof that counters that allegation. Okay, so they went ahead and said it anyway. Now, Brown's lawsuit alleges that the Jane Doe at the heart of the A History of Violence documentary has been discredited on multiple occasions, and adds that she previously withdrew a suit that she had brought against him. See, now they done effed up. However, after reporting about the docuseries at the time of its release in October of 2024, states that the Jane Doe's $20 million lawsuit brought against Brown in 2022 was dismissed that same year by a judge who cited lack of prosecution. The woman had made a report to Miami Beach police, but according to A History of Violence, they concluded that her claims were unfounded and that no probable cause existed to charge Brown. According to TMZ, the singer goes on to claim the producers ignored facts and chose instead to defame him and his reputation, which he says he spent over 10 years repairing in the wake of his 2009 domestic violence incident with his ex-girlfriend Rihanna. Brown pleaded guilty to felony assault in June of that year. Now, asserting that he's taken responsibility for his past actions and has grown from them, Brown says a history of violence pushes an old narrative in the name of fame and fortune. Brown is seeking $500 million in damages, alleging the docuseries has negatively impacted his reputation, career, and business opportunities. He reportedly plans to donate a portion of the whopping sum to victims of sexual abuse. Now, Chris Brown, A History of Violence documentary, aired on Warner Brothers Discovery-owned network Investigation Discovery in October of 2024. See, I didn't even know it was out. Did you guys know it was out yet? I heard they were making it, but I didn't even know it had come out. The Jane Doe mentioned in Brown's lawsuit provided on-camera testimony in the series, though seen only in silhouette to protect her identity. She said that she was speaking out to shed light on what really happened, saying unless people start speaking up and people actually stop victim blaming the people that do speak up, then that's the only way he can be stopped. Chris Brown raped me. And I can say that, and I know it for a fact instead of telling myself that it wasn't. It was rape. Now, a lawyer for Brown told Investigation Discovery at the time that Jane Doe claims were entirely fabricated and blasted the docuseries as malicious and false. The Post has reached out to representatives of for Brown, Warner Brothers, Discovery, and Ample Entertainment for comment. And I'm sure so far there's no word back. I'm sure so far there's no word back. So what do y'all have to say about this? What do y'all think about this? Okay. RG Titan said, well, they're going to have to prove these allegations. Well, that's the thing. They didn't prove them. Before they made the documentary, beloved, they should have proven it before they made the documentary. That's what they should have done, but okay, they should have done it. Now, Christopher says, Chris about to get his money. Okay, I hope he does. I hope he does. Okay, please pay attention. Shirley said, where's the documentary of the white guy? Exactly. You know, and here's the thing. Where's the documentary about Nygaard, Peter Nygaard? Where's the documentary about him? You know, the man who was asking Black women for their DNA, okay, for their eggs and all that, for their DNA and stuff, for $500 measly, and he's a whole billionaire. But the fact of the matter is, Senator talking about stem cells and all of this. I want y'all to pay attention, okay? And then Vince McMahon and his wife need a documentary, says Kitty Muse. Exactly, okay? Let's not forget. That's what they absolutely need. But, you know, it's just interesting to me when people who don't look like us want to go so hard in the paint on people who look like us, but they don't have that same energy for these other folk. They don't have the same energy for these other folk, okay? Thank you, Pencil Lola. Grand rising to you, beloved. Thank you for your contribution to the channel. Peace, love, and blessings. Now, Vince says, where are docuseries on Epstein, Weinstein, and others like them? Actually, they do have one on Epstein and Weinstein. They do have one on them. But the bottom line is, I want you all to remember what I told you. Remember how when remember how when Harvey Weinstein, when he was all in the news and, you know, they started exposing him with the whole Me Too movement and all that stuff. And then the next thing you know, they come out with a Surviving R. Kelly docuseries. Now, I'm sorry, but they knew since 1994 that R. Kelly was nefarious. Okay, but they brought that up to take away the attention from Harvey Weinstein. And I told you all that years ago. And in fact, I showed you all even more recently, I want to say last October or sometime last year, when we were talking about Diddy and all of this stuff, I showed you all the timeline. Harvey Weinstein gets exposed and called out. And then months later, here they come going in on R. Kelly. They could have been going in on R. Kelly. Okay, but they did so to distract us from Harvey Weinstein. That's just what that was. Okay. Judith says, where's the documentary on Hugh Hefner? I'm glad you brought that up because I was literally just about to say that. Hugh Hefner. And let us not forget that Hugh Hefner had tunnels under the Playboy Mansion. I showed you all the blueprints. what was really going on in those tunnels? I have several questions. Okay, I showed you all the blueprints. Okay, now with that all been said, before I roll up out of here, let's take a look at an update on those fires. Let's take a look at the update on those wildfires. I have a video. Hold on. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. While I'm looking for this, let's have a brief intermission. Okay. To be honest, I really just want to play my song. All right, here we go, beloveds. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. I hope you all like that little ditty. Okay, that's another Queen Amadai production. Please pay attention. Please pay attention. Okay, so did y'all like that? One's in the chat if y'all did. One's in the chat if y'all like that. All right. Queen's out here making hits. Please pay attention. Thanks to AI technology. Okay, hold on. Is this it? I don't know why I can't find my receipt. I had a video that I wanted to show you guys when they were talking about the fires. Hold on, let me just look it up real quick. I was looking for my receipt in my emails because they were talking about it's supposed to rain. Hold on. They were saying it's supposed to rain on the areas, and that could be an issue. So let's get to it. Here it is right here. Okay. No, that's not it. I'm sorry. Hold on. Okay, here it is right here. This looks like it's live right now. Okay. I'm going to share my screen.
She did. She had actually come back to just get some stuff. But when this house exploded and it was quite loud, I think that freaked her out and made her realize maybe she should get out. Anyway, she got in her vehicle. She got her cat. She's gone. But it looks like this fire truck now, it looks like they're just going somewhere else. It's an extraordinary thing. 30 minutes from here in Hollywood or West Hollywood, Beverly Hills, there's coffee shops open and you can see smoke in the air. You get in your car, you come here, these areas are blocked off, but it's so close to where regular life is continuing. And for the people on this block, their lives now are forever changed. Look, this fire is now spreading down this block. We've been watching this. Here's what happened on this block. This house was on flames. Let's walk over here. There's a down cable line, so we just want to be careful about that. Let's go around it. Okay, so now the house next door caught. This tree exploded into flames. You can see up in the palm trees now, those embers made those trees go on fire. I don't know if you can see through the smoke behind the palm trees. There are now these very tall vertical trees. I don't know much about shrubbery. I don't know what they're called, but they're huge, tall trees. They are now just like flames shooting up into the air. This second house now, I mean, that is just gone. That car, I believe that's the explosion we heard a short time ago that I recorded. But now look, it's spread down. This is new. Yeah, we've been watching. It then spreads from these trees. Look at all these embers. Just, I don't know if you can pan up, but look at all these embers just flying up. You see them in the smoke. All of that. The winds are a little, or have died down here, but those can just get picked up by winds for miles, and they can go for miles and light down, fall on somebody's roof, and a whole new fire will pop up. So this house is gone. This house is now underway. The left side of this house is ignited, and also now the house nearby it. But literally, I mean, these embers are like snowflakes. They're falling all around us. The sun, I mean, this is what's so crazy. If you can't even see the sun, it is completely blacked out. There just are not enough fire crews able to deal with all the blazes that are going on. This house is completely gone. The next house next door looks like the roof has just caught fire over there. The fire has also spread across the street. There are at least 3 houses ablaze. And then the fire just in the last 2 minutes or 3 minutes has spread to that vehicle, which was parked out front. There was a slight explosion as some of the gas went up. A fire truck passed by here. There's another larger blaze up there, which they are going to try to deal with right now. We're at Harriet in Altadena, Harriet Street. The fire has spread now to this house, which is really now engulfed in flames. But I mean, it's just surreal. I mean, look at this, even a small thing like this tree is burning from the inside.
That is absolutely sad. Okay. Prayers for those people and all that they're going through. And let me tell you all something. I do believe that a lot of the reason for the fire continuously burning in Altadena has to do with those smart meters, like I told you all days ago. Okay, those explosions and stuff. I think it's those darn smart meters contributing to it. The fact that why they can't contain it or put it out. Pensilola says marshmallows roasting everywhere. Oh, so sad. Thank you for your insight into the topic, beloved, and your contribution to the channel. Peace, love, and blessings. This is absolutely crazy. Okay, Christopher said breathing in all those chemicals is not healthy. Exactly. Okay, they couldn't pay me to go there. Greta Lee said 2025 is the year of judgment. You will see things you have never even imagined would happen. Okay. This is all crazy. At the end of the day, like I said, prayers for those people of Altadena. And I did give you all their GoFundMe. So please contribute whatever you can. Any amount helps. Okay. Now, somebody just put in the chat. I don't remember who it was. I want to say it was Measure Man. I could be mistaken. But somebody just said that Bernice King went in on Glorilla and Sexy Red. Let's get into it. Thanks for that tidbit of information. Okay. Okay, here it is right here. I'm going to go to the morning report by the Breakfast Club, and I'm going to put up an overlay because I didn't know anything about this. Let me put this overlay up here. We'll use Diddy.
So in other news for the hour, Bernice King and Sexy Red, 2 names I didn't think that I would ever put in one sentence at a time, but they had a little back and forth online yesterday. So you guys know Monday was Martin Luther King Day. People were posting in celebration, and Sexy Red actually posted this photo right here. This is an AI photo. She posted this to Twitter.
She's not twerking on him because that's the first thing people are gonna think. Well,
AI photo.
Let me let you guys see the photo. Y'all see that? That's what she posted.
She posted this to Twitter.
She's not twerking on him because that's the first thing people are gonna think. Well, she's twerking. She's not twerking. It looks like they're slow dancing.
Yeah, for anybody who can't see it, who's listening, Sexy Red is not twerking on Martin Luther King. They are in a very they're like dancing. She's like
slow dancing.
Yeah, like she's slow dancing. She's holding his hand. He's staring in her eyes. She's staring in his eyes. Again, an AI generated photo. It went crazy viral.
By the way, y'all was doing Martin dirty way before AI. Okay, y'all had Martin with Hennessy bottles in his hand.
Correct.
Y'all had Martin on Meek Mill body standing in front of Phantoms. Y'all was doing them dirty.
I saw a video yesterday, women talking about who would be the best tipper in a strip club, Martin Luther King or Malcolm X.
That's wild.
It was insane. But Bernice King, who is the daughter of Martin Luther King, came out and said, "This is intentionally distasteful, dishonoring, deplorable, and disrespectful to my family and my father, who is not here to respond himself because he was assassinated for working for your civil and human rights and to end war and poverty. Please delete." So Sexy Red responded and she said, "You ain't wrong. Never meant to disrespect your family. My apologies. Just reposted something I saw. And I thought that it was innocent."
I loved how that was handled.
Me too.
I love the fact because Bernice wasn't wrong and the King family been telling y'all to stop playing with their daddy likeness, and Sexy Red handled it like an adult. I respect it.
Big Sexy handled it well.
And Martin would be the better tipper in the strip club. I just want to put that out there.
You think so?
Absolutely.
Why?
I just think he would be.
Why?
I think y'all should all read The Sword and the Shield too. It's a fantastic book. All right.
Okay. Okay, y'all heard that. Well, you know, at least Sexy Red did apologize. Okay, let's give credit where it is due. Okay, let's give credit where it is due. TC Dan said, "You see the record snow in New Orleans?" Honey, Gavin told me about it yesterday, beloved. Before we did the show, Gavin told me about the snow in New Orleans. Isn't that crazy? And snow in Jacksonville, Florida, snow here in Atlanta. What's really going on? I have several questions. Is this the Most High's doing, or is this man manipulating the weather? I have several questions. Thank you, TC Dan, for bringing that up, for your question and for your contribution to the channel. Peace, love, and blessings. I have several questions, okay? We just never know because the devils be doing the most out here trying to play God. So anyway, TC Dan said, "Y'all have more snow." Where'd that comment go? Y'all have more snow than I do up here. Simply Kai said, "That was my thought, Queen." Okay. Claudette said, "Queen, I do too." Yeah. Jeff ATL said, "Harp." Okay. Leon said, "Here in Savannah, Georgia too." Okay. Isn't this crazy? What's really going on? Now, I want you all to pay attention because this is the second time it snowed in Atlanta in 2 weeks. And we don't have snow here most of the time. So I just find it all nefarious. I think somebody's up to something. Okay, I absolutely think somebody's up to something. Kitty Mew says, "DC, we don't need any more snow. Please enjoy." Okay, so anyway, with that all been said, listen, I love you all to life. And let me just say this to all our haters, and that goes for the Queen and Royals, for those hating on all of us. Okay, because when you hate on the Queen, you're hating on the Royals. And when you hate on the Royals, you're hating on the Queen. That's how we roll, because we all family up in here. So this goes out to the haters.
Funky dog head, bitch. How dare you try to tarnish my motherfucking
QueenAShakur
reputation, punk motherfucker. Respect the
Royals
and back off, bitch, before we come get you.
And that's on box. Love it. Absolutely love it. Pearlie said, "Period." Okay, they better sit down somewhere coming up in here calling the Queen. I hate her about leads. One thing about it, honey, is I called out liars and grifters. Okay, and I called out people who come for the Queen. And if you try to copy my talking points, I'm gonna call you out on that too. Okay. I mean, if they didn't know, now they know. All right. Like I told you, honey, I don't give a damn what people think about me. Whatever you think about me, that's your business. But if you get disrespectful up in my chat, I'm gonna let you have it, and then I'll offer to drop that link so we can really get into it. Okay? That's all I'm saying. All right. So that all being said, RG Titan said, "That's right. We ride on anyone messing with the Queen and our fellow royals, period." Exactly. Okay. They better sit down somewhere, honey. I got the most nefarious chat on YouTube, and everybody knows that. And if they don't know, now they know. All right, the Crazy Beach said, Crazy Beach Eric said, "Go ahead, Queen. You know I will." All right, so that all being said, listen, I hope you all enjoy the rest of this day. Piccolo said, "This ain't play." Exactly. All right, so I hope you all enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. I love y'all to life. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Oh, and let me say this. We're going to be on the spiritual channel today. I'm in the mood for it. So we're going to be on the spiritual channel at it's 10 o'clock now. Yeah, I'm gonna be on the spiritual channel at 11:30. Okay, at 11:30. And guess what we're gonna talk about, Sloan Bella? Manifestation. So sit down somewhere telling people they need not be sitting up there doing vision boards and all that. And that's not how you manifest whatever. I want you all to pay attention. That's absolutely how you manifest. You use the power of the mind and you use your imagination together in unison. That's how you create your own reality. Because remember, I've told you all a myriad of times that thoughts are electromagnetic energy. Okay? And so what you think about consistently manifests into reality. And when you're thinking about something, it's always good to visualize it in your mind's eye or to have it in front of you and look at it constantly. So there's that. All right. So I want y'all to pay attention, but we will be on the spiritual channel. Moderators, if you could please be so kind as to put the link to the spiritual channel in the chat, and we'll be on there at 11:30. And yes, we absolutely are going to talk about manifestation. Okay, Princess Queen, I was waiting for you to catch that. Oh, you already know. Okay, you already know. All right, so thank you, TC Dan. All right, with that all being said, you all enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. I hope to see you all in the next chat. I love you all to life. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Peace.
With that gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. That's See right. A bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why